The 7 Habits of Highly Effective Families by Stephen Covey. Stephen Covey is the author of the wildly popular The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People that sold more than 25 million copies in 38 languages worldwide. This time we focus our attention on another great book of his, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective Families, a book the author himself says he wrote with great passion since family is what he cares about the most. Many people don't know this, but he's a father of 9. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click on the bell button to make sure you learn every time we have a new video out. This is a deeply personal book for Stephen Covey, in which he shares how he and his wife and 9 children apply these 7 habits in their own family life. His wife Sandra and the children also contribute a great deal, sharing their stories and their unique perspective growing up in a nurturing family culture like this. The author starts with a favorite metaphor for family life: the flight of an airplane. Our life is like an airplane flight. We need a destination, a flight plan, and a compass to arrive where we want to. Like an aircraft, we'll be off track 90% of the time, and that's okay. As long as we keep a clear vision of our destination and the plan, and we have the courage to keep coming back time and time again, we'll arrive safely. Now, let's look at each of these 7 habits through the lens of family life. Number 1. Habit. Be proactive. Between whatever happens to us and our response to it, there's a space. In that space lies our freedom and power to choose a response. And in our response lies our growth and happiness. It's so easy to be reactive and get caught up in the moment. You say things you don't mean and will later regret. Obviously, our family life would be a lot better if people acted based on their deepest values instead of reacting to the emotion or circumstance of the moment. What we all need is a pause button between what happens to us and our response to it. Be proactive and develop this capacity to pause. The essence of proactivity lies in taking the responsibility and the initiative to focus on things in our lives we can actually do something about. A great example to illustrate this: proactivity means not trying to change our daughter's behavior in order to improve the family atmosphere, but focusing on what improvements we need to make in ourselves and model the right behavior to her. One very practical, useful way to apply the whole idea of proactivity is the analogy of the emotional bank account. The emotional bank account represents the quality of the relationship you have with others. It's like a financial bank account in that you can make deposits by proactively doing things that build trust in the relationship, or you can make withdrawals by reactively doing things that decrease the level of trust. At any given time, the balance of trust determines how well you can communicate and solve problems with another person. Habit 2. Begin with the end in mind. To begin with the end in mind means to ask yourself what you really want to do and to be, and the principles you choose to govern your life. It means to create a clear, compelling vision of what you and your family are all about, and write it all out in the form of a family mission statement. You ask yourself questions like, what kind of strength and abilities will our children need to have in order to be successful when they grow up? The family statement needs to be revisited and revised as the family grows and the issues it faces change. Ideally, family members will participate and share wholeheartedly the end vision. Habit 3. Put first things first. Most people clearly feel that family is a top priority. They would even die for their family. But when you ask them to really look at their lifestyle and where they give their time and primary attention, You almost always find that family subordinates to other values: work, friends, private hobbies. The first reason we don't put family first goes back to habit 2. We're not really connected to our deepest priorities. We forget that the role of parents is a unique one, a sacred stewardship in life. It has to do with nurturing the potential of a special human being entrusted to our care. Instead, we succumb to the turbulent times we live in and let today's powerful, family-unfriendly environment shape our family life. We need to take charge and make sure the family's prioritized, and that some kind of structure is in place to make that priority happen. There are 2 major processes that will have a meaningful impact in your daily life: a weekly family time and one-on-one bonding times with each family member. A weekly family time implies that a specific time is set aside every week just for the family. It can be used for planning family activities, as time to teach basic principles of life, time to solve problems, time to have fun. During the one-on-one bonding times, you subordinate your agenda to the others and let him have his way with you, allowing that person to have his interests and goals expressed or worked on. To learn about the other 4 habits of highly effective families, go to part 2. Tell us in the comments, what's your favorite book? Facebook, Read and Grow 1. Twitter, twitter.com/readandgrow1.